to support a guy that I've known for a number of years, and many of you have. Certainly when you're knocking on doors, regardless of party, people know Ali. Ali's been a tireless advocate for justice and fairness, whether that was in his legal career or as our member of Parliament. This is a fantastic day. I know it's a tough weekend to come out, but we're really, really glad you have. The guests have come and some guests have gone. You know, we had in excess of 150 people here, so if you felt like we were trying to push people out, it's really to get people out in the polls, make sure we keep the numbers down as they're supposed to be for an event of about 100. We can't do this without you, so without further ado, I'm going to give you over to Ali.
Thank you, Derek. First of all, as you all know, Derek is the president of the Riding Association, and he has always been a pillar of all the campaigns that we have run here in Willowdale. So first of all, allow me to start off by thanking you all for coming out today. Looking at each one of you and knowing all the hard work that you have each put into our campaign, I have no doubt that we will win this campaign. You have all been Thank you. So truly grateful for all the hard work that we've put into this over the course of the past 3 weeks. You have all been stellar, and we're doing really well. Looking at those numbers and all those door knocks and getting out there really matters. Now, seeing so many of you here today, I also have to apologize. As you can imagine, the Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance really wanted to be here, chat with all of you, take your questions. But what happened is, we weren't expecting so many people to come out. So her security details did a few rounds here and said, sorry, you know, we're not going to put everyone's collective safety, we're not going to put politics above everyone's collective safety. So we cannot actually, given all the incredible people who have come out here and allow that to happen. So my sincerest apologies to all of you. I ran over to where her team was, we chatted, and she said, your team is phenomenal. All these incredible people who have come out will ensure that we keep this riding red. But let me also say this. I know why each and every single one of you have been working so hard on this campaign. The reality of the matter is, each of you understand full well what is at stake. Now, many of you have been knocking on doors, and that is what campaigns are all about. It's about sharing our compassion and our convictions for Canada. It's about reminding people what our vision for this country will be and what will guide us in the years ahead. Each and every single one of you are here because you want to be part of something much greater than any of us or all of us. You recognize full well that this election is about a number of different issues. It's about letting people know that our party, unlike some of the other ones, doesn't think climate change is a hoax. It's about reminding everyone that the reason why we did so incredibly well over the course of the past year and a half was that we pulled together. We were there for Canadian families. We were there for Canadian businesses, and we were looking out for our neighbors, our loved ones, our communities, to make sure that we can come roaring back from this. Now it hasn't been easy on anyone. But since we are midway through this campaign, and since we had the great honor of having the Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance here, let's just stand back and consider this. Imagine if, during the course of the past year and a half, the Conservative finance critic, Pierre Poilievre, was our Minister of Finance. The reality of it is that as a country, we wouldn't be looking out for vulnerable people. We wouldn't have the backs of businesses. We wouldn't have the foresight to realize that this is a team effort. I can assure you that if the governments had been in power, and if Pierre Poilievre had been our Minister of Finance, you know what he would be dedicating his time to? Sparring with the various premiers and getting in the way of making sure that we're all moving forward and that everyone is vaccinated and that we can make sure that our businesses come roaring back. So it is difficult, campaigns are difficult, but I know how committed you each are to making sure that we come out of this, that we're thinking about those challenges that matter, that we're there for seniors. We recognize full well that they need more help, that we're there to make sure that the resources are there for long-term care facilities. You get it, each of you get it. But we're also there because we understand that Canadian families need help. And that's why at the centerpiece of our platform this time, we have something which we have been talking about as a country for over 50 years. And that is $10 a day daycare. That is what Canadian families need. And that's good for the economy as well. So think about the stark contrast between our vision and the Conservative vision. And that will keep us going. And it's important that we continuously remind ourselves who's there for young Canadians who are very much concerned about housing affordability. That's a big part of our platform. It's because each of us intuitively recognize full well that we all have to do better. We can't just be focused on ourselves. That's not how this country has ever operated in the past, and that is not the best path forward. So thank you ever so much for all your hard work, tireless efforts over the course of the past 3 weeks. But we've got to continue moving forward. So we really need everyone's help in the final 2 weeks to make sure that your vision is reflected as we move forward. That we all come out of this stronger, better, and taking care of each other. Thank you so much.
We can burn bright if we want to, like stars in the night when they're shining through. We can explode just like dynamite to where we don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Hi. I'm Ehsassi.
1, 2. Waiting for people to get out of the shot. 1, 2, 3.
Awesome. Thank you, Alex.
Hey,
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
Damn, that's a relic.
that's it.
I'm gonna go kill myself.
This,
What? Yes.
Sorry.